it also, and no, something there. At relationship. All right. See. Okay, we're good. We're in the office. Hi everybody, Dorotea here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is to help support your spouse who is an entrepreneur, and of course we will discuss your spouse commitment to achieve their goal so you will have a successful business for better future. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click on that subscribe button, and don't forget to like. And of course, don't forget to click on the bell button so for future videos you will get notified. As entrepreneur, running a business is a challenge, and every day will not be the same. It doesn't just affect us physically, it also affects us mentally and of course emotionally, because we put so much effort, so much determination and passion into this business. Knowing that our spouse supports us and understands us and also know what it takes on how to reach that goal will help us for a better future and also to help the business grow. So first tips for spouses: be patient. There will be times that your spouse will come home late or doesn't come home the normal hours. As an entrepreneur, we don't just work during the business hours. Your spouse could be late to close an account, or there might be an issue that needs to be taken care of immediately. So therefore, he had to stay longer in the office. Or maybe it was short-staffed that day, so therefore your spouse had to finish all the tasks that needs to be done. Another reason could be finishing a project that has a deadline. Working in the office would be better for him to finish the project. Also, there will be times that your spouse may need to attend a meeting or a networking event. This is a great way to advertise about the business, and most of the networking events are being hosted after business hours. Be mindful of your spouse representation and image. Communication is the key for any types of relationship, and it should be heard, but it has to be heard at the right time and the right place. If you are in the same room with other people, especially if you are next to the team member or right in front of the prospect or client, if you disagree with your spouse, I highly recommend to wait at the right time. Wait until everyone leaves the room, and then discuss your concern and suggest how you would handle that situation. Therefore, that respect from the team members or from employees and also from the customers will remain. Be understanding when your partner's mood changes. There will be times that your spouse would be quiet or distracted, and it has nothing to do with you. Your spouse is probably thinking of ways on how to solve an issue in the office. Your spouse is always thinking, not just during the business hours, also when they're driving, when they're eating dinner, sometimes even when we're showering or about to go to bed, we are still continuously thinking of ways on how to improve our business, or ways how we can convey to our team member to get the production higher than, let's say, last month, on ways on how we cannot offend our team. Be a good listener when your spouse is distracted or quiet. Start asking questions how their day went by, and then maybe you could help suggest on how to handle it. Also, there will be nights that your spouse might take some work home. I bring my computer at home. I know not everyone would suggest that because you want to separate the work and also the family, but I will admit it, I am a workaholic because I want to complete the things that I wasn't able to complete that day. I am always thinking of a process that works, and probably the process or the existing process that I have is no longer working, so I have to tweak that. I have to always think of ways on how we can improve the office. Also, there will be times that I have to get up in the middle of the night because I have an idea that I think that would work, or an idea on how I can make the atmosphere in the office exciting, or an idea on how I can approach the customers. I had to get up immediately because what will happen is if I just put that in my head, I will continuously just think and I won't be able to fall asleep. In order for me to satisfy myself so I could go to sleep is to start writing it down. So I have to get up in the middle of the night, write the idea down, and so the next day I can execute that excitement or the ideas that I have written down. The next step would be to trust your partner. When your spouse comes home late because of networking event, please remember that we are out there working and hustling and focus to grow the business, because once the business have improved or have grown, then you and your spouse or the family will have a better future. And mainly that is our purpose of why we want to network, why we want to build that trust with the customers. And believe me, we would rather be with you, but because we have a goal to grow the business, we have to do all these sacrifices, and we have to do it together. And with your help, this is possible to achieve. If it is bothering you why your spouse came home later than usual, please hear them out. Let them explain why they came home late. Then you could also voice out your concern. So work together to end the night and understand each other's situation. This will be really helpful for both of you. Another suggestion is to spice your intimate life. Sometimes daily routine can be boring. Being creative, it can help grow your relationship stronger. An example is just preparing a special dish that your spouse really like. A candlelight, and have just the two of you have a good dinner, have a good conversation, and then check up on each other's day. Like, by doing that, it will make the evening special and different. Another thing that you may want to consider is going to a spa or a masseuse. And another thing that you might want to just do is just go for a long drive. Enjoy the day, just you and your spouse, to reset his week, so he or she will be fresh to face the new week again. Doing these little things make it so special, and we appreciate that so much. Experiencing that, we want to do it over again, and it's something to look forward to at the end of the week or after the stressful day. Another tip is to not control them when running a business. Remember, they will be good at talking to customers or talking to their team members. They understand each customer's personality, and there will be times that it doesn't go the way he wanted it, so he has to find another way on how he could approach that customer or the team member. If in case that you disagree on how that was handled, you can suggest, you could voice out what you have in your mind of how it should be handled, but don't command him or her on how the things should be done. Another tip is praise their achievement and be the shoulder to lean on when they're down. When we close an account and it's a big win, we want to celebrate it with our spouses. And we are also looking forward to the reaction from our spouses when we are winning, and that makes us so proud and happy. But when we are losing accounts left and right, or we have a customer who's not happy with our service, and also that can put our spirit down. So when we do come home, we're like the little warrior or the little child that wants to come to you and want your comfort to lift our spirit again. The last tip is to learn their passion and know their goals. Start reading books about entrepreneurs' mindset, or watch YouTube on topics that wants to support their spouses. Talk to your spouse about their goals and dreams. Imagine with your spouse what it would look like once the business have grown, and you being there with him will be able to spend more time and enjoy the business, at the same time enjoy the family. Now for the entrepreneur, one of the commitment that you should discuss with your spouse is the result. You need to talk about what is your goal for the week, for the month, and for the year, and include your spouse to be the checker of your commitment. That will also help your spouse validate that, okay, he is doing all this hard work for us, and I am seeing progress or improvement in our business. Work when you are away. Maximize your time when you are working. You need to learn how to do time blocking. Don't lose your partner's trust. The best way to do this is to share your calendar with your spouse. I do understand that there are times that we would have to change our schedule for the last minute change of our meetings, but letting our spouse know that we are attending a meeting for this day or for this week, at least they would feel at ease, and also to assure them that you are doing your best working on your business. Last thing is to include your spouse for every achievement. You have to remember that your number one fan is your spouse, and when you are winning, they are hurraying for you, and when you are losing, they are there to support you. Without their support, it will be harder for you to achieve that goal, because they supported you to take care of the things that you don't need to take care of, such as taking care of your kids, taking care of the house, and also maybe other things that you don't have the time to do it. And remember, you are doing this for your family. Folks, thank you so much for watching another video. If you have any suggestions, feel free to comment, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and also hit that button so you'll be notified on the next video. Thank you again. This is Dorotea one more time, and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.